But we're gonna watch it because it's amazing. Let's watch it. All right.
I remember the first time I watched The Silent Voice, also known as Koe no Katachi in Japanese. It made me cry so much. Back then, I didn't really understand why I felt so emotionally attached to this movie. But now I know why. I realize there are many parallels between the main character's experiences and my own experiences in life.
Mhm.
This movie is a masterpiece, not only because it's relatable to a wide audience, but also because it offers a realistic portrayal of mental health, bullying, guilt, and healing. It doesn't rely on over dramatization or romanticized cliches.
Yeah.
It tells a story that feels grounded and sincere. As a disclaimer, this video will be spoiling some parts of the plot, so please keep that in mind. If you haven't watched The Silent Voice yet,
I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Yeah, if y'all haven't watched the movie, I guess watch the movie. It's like only 2 hours. I mean, it's a good movie. So if y'all haven't watched it, watch it.
I highly recommend doing so. It's not just a film you watch, it's something you feel, something that stays with you long after you finish watching
She's
it.
dead reading off a script. Just be yourself.
Let's begin with Shoko Nishimiya, the main female character in the movie. Shoko is a young, clinically deaf girl. The first time we see
Yeah.
her is when she enters her new classroom, nervously introducing herself with a notebook. This moment in particular hit me hard. It brought me back memories of the times when I had to walk into new classrooms, being the new kid,
Really?
feeling all eyes on me, unsure of how I'd be judged by others.
Interesting.
But for Shoko, it's even more intense.
Hmm.
She's not only new, she's different due to her disability. And
Okay.
sadly, that difference becomes the reason she's targeted. It broke my heart to see how her classmates treated her. The bullying she endured wasn't
Yeah.
just casual teasing, it was relentless, cruel, and isolating.
Yeah.
And yet,
Yeah.
Shoko always tried to be kind.
She did.
She would smile even when she was obviously in pain. She would blame herself when others hurt her. Her kindness wasn't just a trait, it was her way of coping, of trying to protect others from her own presence, as if she was the problem.
Yeah.
That mindset is tragically familiar to people who have been made to feel like a burden their entire lives.
For real. People like this, they go through so much suffering, so much pain. And no matter how much pain they go through, even if it's someone that's doing it to them, they will never look outside themselves to blame them for it. They'll only look inside themselves and hate themselves. The more they try to make it better and the more they get like turned down and rejected by trying to make the situation better, the worse they feel. They say, well, if I'm trying my best to be better and I'm not helping the situation, am I even supposed to be here? What is the point of me living? That's what they say. I understand how she feels, for real.
Although I never experienced the level of discrimination that Shoko did, I can deeply empathize with how she must have felt. I've spoken before about my hurtful experiences during my childhood in my growing up as an ugly Korean video. That
Pause.
feeling
You're not ugly. Yo, no. If you believe that you're ugly, something wrong with you. I ain't gonna cap. Call it mean all you want. You're not ugly, bro. I ain't gonna cap. W Glaze, I don't know, but you're not ugly. Like, let's just get that
of being
straight.
different, of being judged before people know you, is something I've carried for a long time. What stood out to me about Shoko is how she still leads with kindness and empathy, even after everything she's been through.
Mm-hmm.
It takes so much strength to stay soft in a world that's been unkind to you. Shoko never wanted to be a burden. She blamed herself for the suffering of those around her,
Yeah.
even when it wasn't her fault.
Yeah.
I understand that deeply. I've often felt like I had to minimize my own presence, suppress my emotions, or act like everything was fine to keep others comfortable.
I can kind of see that in the way you're making videos too. You're reading off a script heavily, and it seems like you're kind of numbing your emotions when you speak about things. I feel like if you just sat down and said, you just read off of one sentence and it was describing the video you wanted to make, and it can be about any type of emotion that you're feeling or any type of thing that you want to talk about. Just going off the dome and doing that, I found has made a lot more sense to me, and it makes a lot better videos because I'm being honest with myself and I'm trying to actually help people. And it doesn't seem, it has more nuance to it. It has more emotion. It has more character. And if I mess up, it's okay because it's real. It's raw. Your videos are good. You read off the script a lot though, because it's easy to write down something, but if you just read it from your heart and read it from your mind, you'll not only be able to improve your speech, you'll also be able to say things in kind of a better way. If you see this, just know that's why I say it's just some advice.
Growing up, I had a lot of trouble expressing how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to come off as weak or dramatic.
Yeah.
I didn't want people to think I was looking for pity. So I bottled everything up. Like Shoko, I wore a smile when I was hurting. I tried to convince myself that if I stayed quiet and kind, everything would eventually get better. As the movie progresses, we see how years of internalizing pain affect Shoko's mental health. Her confidence erodes. She blames herself for things that were never her fault.
Yeah.
There's a scene later in the movie where her emotional burden becomes too much, and it's one of the most heart-wrenching moments I've ever seen in animation.
I ain't even gonna cap. That part didn't get me as much as the other parts did. I'm not even gonna cap. Like, emotionally, it didn't get me. It got me like, what? But it didn't make me like as emotional as a lot of the other scenes. Like, I'll talk about that later when she talks about it.
Yet it's also real. It captures the quiet desperation so many people live with. Watching her grow, little by little, finding hope again, was incredibly moving. She starts to rediscover her self-worth, to believe she has the right to dream, to love, to live without guilt. And that growth, however subtle, was beautiful to witness.
It's a little bit more, it's a lot deeper than that too. It's not just that she's allowed to dream and stuff. She's allowed to forgive herself for all the trauma that she was applying to herself, all the trauma that she's been through. In the last interaction she had with the main character, it kind of showed her that it's not her fault for being in pain. It's not her fault for suffering. And no matter how much she tries to blame herself, you can't necessarily fix the problem by blaming yourself. It's good to look inward. People were just getting mad at her because they had their own internal issues, like the main character. And it's funny how they had very similar issues. I'll talk about that later though. Thank you. She's talking about it now. All right.
Now let's talk about Shoya Ishida, the male protagonist.
Okay.
If Shoko's journey is about healing from pain inflicted
I
by
really
others,
felt this dude's
Shoya's
story.
is about coming to terms with the pain he caused and learning to forgive himself.
Mm-hmm.
His story is, in many ways, even more uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah,
Because it forces us to confront the darker parts of human behavior.
it really does.
Cruelty, regret, and shame.
Mm-hmm.
Shoya was the main bully during their elementary school years. His actions weren't minor, they were harsh, persistent, pushing Shoko to the point where she had to transfer schools.
Mm-hmm.
At first, it might be easy to write Shoya off as a villain, but what A Silenced Voice does so well is show how people aren't just one thing. Shoya was a kid, flawed, immature, and
Yeah.
desperate to fit in. His bullying wasn't born from pure malice, but from a need to be accepted, to entertain, to avoid being targeted himself. But actions have consequences.
Yeah.
Later on in the movie, he becomes a target himself by
Mhm.
bullies. As he grows older, Shoya is
And they were
consumed
his
by
own
guilt.
friends too.
He becomes isolated and
Fake.
deeply depressed. The same social rejection he once helped inflict on Shoko, he now experiences himself. He stops looking people in the eye. He stops trying to connect. And most heartbreakingly, he starts to believe that he doesn't deserve happiness. That's the kind of
For
hatred
real.
I know all too well.
Yeah.
Throughout the film, we see Shoya struggling to make things right, not just by
Mhm.
apologizing to Shoko, but by learning how to connect with people again.
Mm-hmm.
He's not looking for pity. He's not trying to erase his past. He just wants to move forward without hurting anyone else.
He doesn't just want to move forward. He kind of wants to fix all the stuff he's done in the past. And he thinks that every time there's a conflict in the story, he blames himself for it. Kind of like Shoko did when she was younger and how she did up until a certain point. He does that because he's experienced hurting someone so much and he's kind of in a state of regret to where he thinks everything that happens that's not good is his fault. He blames himself for Shoko's unhappiness. He tries so hard to make her happy that they caused Shoko to think that she was a burden to him because what he was trying to do for her. He was trying to correct it so much. He was trying to correct so many things that he has done in the past that it kind of made him blind to the reality of the situation. Shoko was unhappy because he was trying too hard. That's why she was unhappy. And Shoya, he was just trying to help. He was trying to help the situation because of all the things he's done in the past. And he thinks that every time someone's unhappy, it's his responsibility to make them happy again. Everything that he wanted to be, everything he wants to be. He's trying to basically make everyone happy. Yet he can't even look people in the eyes. And he kind of had to start looking at people for who they were. I think the reason Shoya couldn't look them in the eyes was because he thought of them as better than him. When you look someone in the eyes, you're seeing them for who they are, who they truly are, what they're feeling, what they want to be, who they truly are. And Shoya didn't want to look people in the eyes because he thought that he didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve a basic human need, a need to feel connected with other people. He felt like he didn't deserve that, which is why he struggled to look other people in the eyes so much. And at the end of the story, which I am spoiling it, he comes to the realization that everyone's imperfect and everyone is deserving of love, no matter who they are. And you can't look at other people as better than you because at the end of the day, you're the most important person to yourself. And that's basically what it is.
There's a moment in the film that completely captured me. My favorite scene. When he begins to truly open up, the crosses that visibly
This scene
cover
really
people's
got me,
faces,
bro. I ain't gonna cap.
symbolizing his
That
anxiety and
scene,
emotional
it got
disconnect,
me
start to fall
hard.
away. That scene felt like someone was holding my hand and led me out to the real world after I was locked away for such a long time. I saw myself in that moment. How hard it is to face others when you're afraid of being judged for who you used to be. I've lived that life. I used to believe I wasn't worthy of love, of kindness, of friendships, because of who I thought I was. Like Shoya, I let my past define me, until I realized that healing requires self-compassion, not just punishment. A Silence Voice is not just an emotional film, it's a deeply personal one. It portrays themes of bullying, mental health, redemption, and forgiveness with such honesty and grace. What makes this movie so impactful is how real it feels. It doesn't glamorize pain or simplify healing. It shows that change is messy, that forgiveness doesn't come easily, and even the act of saying I'm sorry can take years of inner work.
It does.
This movie taught me that we all carry invisible wounds. Some are caused by others, some are self-inflicted, and some we don't fully understand yet. But we also carry the ability to grow from them, to make amends, to connect and to forgive, not just for others, but for ourselves as well. Watching this film helped me better understand my own emotional journey, and it reminded me that vulnerability is not a weakness, it's bravery. Whether you've gone through similar experiences or not, A Silence Voice is a story that stays with you. It reminds us of the importance of empathy, of seeing others fully, and of listening even when words are hard to come by. It tells us that redemption is possible, that people can change. This film isn't just about two characters trying to heal, it's about all of us. How we hurt, how we love, how we fall, and how we get back up again. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.
Yo, W video. W video. That video was a W.